Speaking of albums, don't you have an album maybe coming out? Word on the street?
I think I might. I think that's what we're talking about. We recorded it several years ago, and I was too chicken to release it.
Sounds stupid.
I know. And I think
Yeah, you're acting like a real person, Berg.
I went to the same college as history major Matt Wilding. I don't know what you expect from me.
Yeah, but you also, your album, like Gary's, was recorded in, what year was it? Was it 2016?
I think so. It was like 4 years ago. And it was also at Great Scott, which is so special, especially, like, what a wonderful place. And if Mr. Personberg can release his, I think I can release mine too, because I'm, significantly funnier than he is, I think.
Yeah. And for fans of Emily, you're gonna love the 2020 release of her take on the 2016 election.
You're gonna love
it. Yeah, and I'll say this about compared to Gary's album, you have so much less stuff that turned out to be racist to cut out of your album.
Yes, that checks out. There's continuity in that, right, Carrie? There's the continuity.
Turns out the Italians, they don't like that term no more.
Who would have known?
Italians don't like the N-word. It's what you.
Whoa. Bobby, Carrie Ross, take us away. Emily, what do you have a title for your album?
So I did, and then a TV show came out with that title, because my album was called Nailed It, and now there's a magnificent TV show called Nailed It.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna have to rename it.
I was thinking, I started a text thread with you and Alan who runs the label, and I said, and in the text thread I just said, let's nail it, and I was like, oh, that could be the title. Just like make it
just slightly different so we don't look like complete losers.
Yeah, just make it so people aren't going to be like, oh, it's got the same title as that show, but it's still.
Yeah, because people say "Let's nail it" all the time.
I put it in our community thread.
Let's nail it, guys. That sounds like your impression of Carrie's old roommate, like someone who doesn't speak English very well, and it's like, "Hey guys, we're going to go play skateboard.
I speak English better than you. Just because I speak, it's not my first language. I speak very well and very clearly. I know what a Mobius strip is."
So far, we have Alan the album is
the
only suggestion.
Oh, Katie just said boy mans. Katie Baker said boy mans.
I like that. That's really good.
That's a pretty clever word. I like it.
Yeah.
It was nailed. It was nailed.
That's really not bad.
It was nailed.
Why don't we do like Christina Aguilera Mulan and call it Reflection?
What about, there's somebody that said Antifa's greatest hits. I don't know what that means, but.
I mean, that sounds like me.
You're a political science person.
There we go. My dad is going to love it.
Yeah, okay. Alex Ozorski said, Alex Ozorski Lee, I guess he got married, said it was nailed. Yeah, I like it was nailed. It was nailed is good.
That's a contender. That one's real good.
Oh, I like it. And I do also like Alan the album, also from
Alan the album.
What about live from a QVC?
Woo!
What are some like phrases that they say on QVC all the time?
Oh God. So I mean, there's so many things. Call it don't miss out, and let me take you on a tour of this item.
Don't miss out is perfect.
Oh. Except I never say that phrase at all throughout the duration of the album.
I know, but
you have to say, I always thought you had to say the album title on the album. That's dumb, right?
Do you think I say Sadly Sackerton on my albums?
Yes, I 100% think you do. Like several times.
You kind of hear it. You hear Sadly Sackerton.
That's what it is.
I don't say any of my album titles. My album titles are Sadly Sackerton, Local Personality, and Bottle Baby and His Cry Cry Stories. I don't say those on any of those.
And I feel like that's all I hear when I listen to your album.
Yeah, they're good names.
There's also Rob's fake albums, the Rob Marshall LP, the Rob Marshall LP2.
Those are my personal favorites.
Mm-hmm. Just sitting on a stoop.
I have that poster on my wall.
You got it. M&M's. Q.V.C. SEE by Katie Baker. She's a wonderkind.
Yeah, Katie Baker's got some, like, these are fire.
Carrie, do you have an album title suggestion?
No, that's okay. So Alex actually said the album title has to be the last sentence you say on the album, which actually was Nailed It. That's why I titled it Nailed It. That was the last sentence I said
Yeah.
on the end of the album.
Go with that.
Damn you, very
like
successful, super fun to watch baking show.
I know one of my albums I end by saying, "Go, no, next album."
My original album, first night I say, can I bring Carrie Ross back out here to make this okay? And she took it, she did an hour, saved the show.
Perfect.
That's what we put on the album. It's just Carrie's hour.
Thank God she brought her melons and Sledge-O-Matic with her.
I know. And everyone had those ponchos. Thank you guys for the wonderful album title suggestions. Thank you guys for having me. This has been
Want to call it Mobius strip?
It's called Emily Ruskowski Mobius.
Oh, I just came up with the album. So the album is about how you lose your virginity to a guy that you don't really like have a relationship with. You should call it No Strings Attached.
Oh.
No one's ever had that album title. It's perfect.
It's so perfect. No, but you having the same album title as NSYNC is perfect.
I think I might get a copyright issue from NSYNC.
They can't.
Which would be so exciting, because then I'd be like, does NSYNC have to meet me in court?
Right.
Is this all an elaborate meet and greet strategy?
You should call it Ruskowski's Back. All right.
Ooh. You know what? All right, that just jumped to the top of the list. And it's on my first album, so you could haunt me about that forever. Go, now this is your first album, but I notice your title is Ruskowski. Now, that intentional? Did you notice it was your first album? That's what Rob's gonna do.
Yep.
I like that movie.
I disagree, Gary.